This video will talk about how to enter names and details into your Dotloop. Okay, from this screen, you will go click on View Details. We'll open this screen and allow you to start putting in some important information about the transaction. First of all, you have the type of transaction it is. This is going to be a listing. The status of this listing. Right now, I'm going to select pre-listing because I don't have it on the market yet. I'm using the address as the property of the name of the loop. Or if I wish, I can put in a custom name here if I want. That I'll talk about later. Scroll down, you'll see me, or you in this case. You'll want to select what your role is. In this case, I'm the listing agent. You see admin for Keller Williams Appleton. This will always be here. This allows me access to everyone's loop. What we're going to do now is put in the names of the people who are going to be involved in this transaction. Seeing as how this listing, I'm going to add the names of the seller. Be Sam, seller. Now you notice that as I start putting in the name, these names appear here. If you've put a person's name into Dotloop before and then you re-enter it again someplace else, this will show up and you'll be able to select that person. But we're going to pretend this didn't show up, that we're entering a brand new person. I'll just show you the process for that. So we put in Sam Seller. We can now put in Sam's email address, sam@gmail.com. Now we have to assign a role for Sam. Sam is going to be the seller. Once you put this in, all of this additional information will become available for you to fill in if you wish. My recommendation is to not bother doing that. Some people do use Dotloop as a client management program. We have better programs for that. So my recommendation is just put in the name, the email address, and what role they play, and then hit Add Person. Now, Sam is married to Sally, and they're both selling the house together, so I will put in Sally's name. Again, we'll just assume that Sally was not in here before. Sally@gmail. And Sally will be the seller also. We can go ahead and enter her. Now you notice that when we began to add a person, and I'm just going to enter in Anthony, A-T-T-O-R-N-E, Anthony Attorney. So let's assume that this is going to be the seller's attorney. We'll put in the seller's email or the attorney's email address. And you notice then here that we have the ability to select just about any type of person who's going to be involved in this transaction. You have all these that you're available to. Here we happen to have the seller's attorney, transaction coordinator, utility provider. Up here we have escrow title. We have a number of different options that are available for a person where they can be assigned a particular role. This is going to be important so to fully utilize Dotloop, that you would be able to, let's say, put in your closing company that you prefer to use. You'll be able to put them in. If you know you're going to be sending this to an appraiser, you would be able to do that. There are a number of different things, a number of different people that you would be able to put into this transaction so as to allow you to easily send this over to them. As you scroll down here, you notice that the address is filled in here. This is where you want the address to be filled in, not up here. Anything that's entered here would be a custom name. So let's say you're putting in the address for a new construction and maybe it's not on Google Maps yet. That's probably where it will appear here. So you're going to want to make sure this is entered in here. Quite frankly, the rest of this, you can fill this in if you want. It's really not necessary to do and really won't have much of an impact on the transaction that you'll be doing. So that'll be 100% up to you. My recommendation is make sure you put in the people that are involved, make sure you have the address in there properly, and you have the transaction set up properly. Once you get all of this done, you always have to hit the save button. There you can see it's been saved successfully. We'll come up here and go back to our loop. That was how to enter names and details in a transaction.